Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center position. And for Oklahoma City, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And Grant having a lengthy bench, so important in the end.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
Randle deciding where to go with it. From downtown, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and over Conley. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Edwards against Williams. Edwards, a pass to Randle. Conley against Hartenstein. And that one's good from Conley.
Hey, this guy is competitive, he's tough, and he'll play through contact. Mike Conley doing work inside.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
McDaniels passes to Randle. Counted from distance.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
Randle, a screen on Dort. It's Edwards with a drive, and the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. For 3, Randle. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. 14 feet away. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished, guys.
Allie, thank you. Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, BA, this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
Yeah, a shot that Randle has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
Thunder trail by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the layup is good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in the game.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Conley. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, Mike Conley understands how to draw contact and still try to get a shot opportunity. He'll go to the line for the end one.
Wallace, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Alexander Walker's checked in. Williams up top. McDaniels covering. Williams misses.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Down low. Here's Gobert. And the shot falls short that time. Thunder trail by 4. Here's Williams. The shot no good. McDaniels with some nice D. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Randall against Holmgren. Lets it fly. Randall can't hit.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
So for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Caruso in for Dort. Count the basket. Give him 8 points now.
Well, that's Randall working in his comfort zone. You can see how confident he is on his ability to score inside.
Williams, a screen on Clark. Williams with it. Picked up by Reed. Williams passes to Caruso. Back to Williams. From deep. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Stolen by Caruso. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. Minnesota leading by 6. Pass to Randall. Reed a screen on Wiggins. For 3, Randall. Williams grabs the board. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The kick out to Wiggins. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Outside, Alexander Walker. Back to Randall. Outside, DiVincenzo. And the 3 off target. Got it off in time. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Minnesota leading by 6 as we wrap up the... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And, boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. 2 Jalen Williams out there for them. Jalen with an E at the 3, and Jalen with an I at the 5. And it's Wiggins in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. To the paint. The kick out to Williams. Off the mark there with a 3.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, oh, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out, Brian.
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Sends it home from three-point land.
The ever-expanding skill set of Edwards. Nice dish right there.
Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Wiggins outside. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Takes a 3. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Minnesota leading by 7. For 3, DiVincenzo fires in the triple. DiVincenzo's got 6 points.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Dort. Lets it go from deep. Reed with the rebound.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for OKC. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Back to Caruso. 6 to shoot. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Reed for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds tonight. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
That's just concentration from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy's accustomed to big-time defense.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
BA, I absolutely love this, and more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Randall, he's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Edwards.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Well, OKC has a great track record with their draft picks, and it seems like they got another one in Cason Wallace.
Wallace was the 10th pick in 2023. He's going to give you great physical pressure defense on the perimeter, and then he's going to play to his strength offensively. OKC rarely misses with their draft picks, and they didn't on this guy.
Conley looking for an opening. Pass to McDaniels. 4-3. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Here's Williams. And Gobert with a block. And they'll get another chance. Hartenstein passes to Williams. Bam! Chad rocking the rim.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Minnesota leading by 9. Outside Conley. Pass to Randall. Outside McDaniels. Now here's Conley. He's guarded closely. Inside. Here's Gobert. Oh, look at Rudy Gobert.
My goodness, a little athleticism, a little extra on it, Mr. Gobert.
Holmgren with a screen on McDaniels. And he lobs it up. Holmgren powers it in off the lob.
And timing like this will serve Holmgren well. Leaping at the exact right moment for the alley-oop.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Holmgren against Randall. Outside, DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. From deep, Conley knocks down the triple. Conley's got 8 points.
Well, just such a smooth, pretty lefty stroke. That three-point opportunity for Mike Conley? Yes, sir.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the big finish by Holmgren.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Randall, good.
Well, Julius Randle, once he starts percolating, is a dangerous offensive player.
Now Williams. He's scoreless. And he's going for the lob. And the big finish by Holmgren.
How sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. No good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves ending the quarter up 10. Defense is setting the tone. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the court for Minnesota. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1. Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's guarded by Conley. Williams from long range. Minnesota with a rebound. Randall's got his 6th rebound of the night. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success. And now they're hungry and thirsty for team success because that's the true measure.
Second team foul.
Randall, pass to Conley. Outside McDaniels. The layup misses. Thunder trail by 10. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, my goodness. How good was that move by Shai? Creating a bucket.
Outside Edwards. They set the pick. Edwards driving. Good on the shot. Edwards has got his 2nd basket. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Dort. Just 5 to shoot. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist from Dort.
Man, he's stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
For 3, Randall. Dort grabs the miss. The Thunder have got 2 of 3 for the floor in this 3rd quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Now here's Gobert. Back to Edwards. Edwards just pulling his way inside.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. The 3 from Holmgren. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren's got 11.
They're being put to the test, and he's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Minnesota leading by 7. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Well, pretty pass from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy can score it, but make sure you're lifting up the guys around you.
Pass to Conley. Back to Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert with a screen on Caruso. Here's Alexander Walker. That three's off the mark. Thunder trail by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein.
Yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has such great synergy with his teammates.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Alexander Walker. Conley with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Yep, that one goes.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Gobert with it. Here's Conley. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You can see the defenders try to play with a level of physicality against Mike Conley, but this guy's such a tough competitor, he'll get to the line.
Reed's checked in for Minnesota. DiVincenzo comes in for Anthony Edwards.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, he keeps making them.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Timberwolves.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Now here's DiVincenzo. Minnesota again missing. DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. Randall with a steal. Outside Conley. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. 20 points for him. For the lead. SGA using that size.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
The Timberwolves trail. Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Reed a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Conley. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Boy, don't let the small rain fool you. Mike Conley's so tough on the interior.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Williams is checking in. Wiggins comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Wallace in for Dort. Clark is checking for the Timberwolves.
Supplying clinic sa doktor sa Maynila. Isang nagpaglalang doktor ang nag-opera sa bata na bigla umanong ng isa matapos ang pagtituloy. Ipapang-autopsy na ang kanyang mga labi para malamang itong tunay na dahilan ng pagkasawi. Habang ipapasawin na ng mga ng NBI ang nag-opera at nakatulog si John Consulta ng Texas.
Minnesota has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Randall finds Reed. That's it. Coming off an assist from Randall. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
James Randall can do a little bit of everything. That's a great find.
Abot-abot ang paganda ng partido ng inabog si Marjorie dahil amin siyang pangarap sa kanilang bahay sa Tanto Manila. Ang kanyang anak na si Nathan sa taong lang patay patapos sa malalim ng circumcision. pagkatuloy sa isang laking winning sa malungkot to. Kwenta ng ina, dinala niya pasado los-los na kahon ang kanyang anak sa lugar na ito noong Sabado, May 17, para ipatuloy sa isang nagpakilalang doktor. Bago tuloy, tinulungan daw ng anesthesia ang kanyang anak. Ayon sa assistant sa klinik, ay nasa 20cc ang dose. Sa video ito, nakuha ng ina, tinanong pa raw niya ang anak kung kamusta ito. Ang sagot, wala na raw siyang nararamdaman. Pero matapos ang procedure, biglang may napansin ang ina.
Bakit ako lang may po nakikinig? Tapos po, sabi ko po sa doktor ko, yun kasi pinagkakot ko. Sabi po ni doktor, magdalawa lang sa yun kasi daw po okay. Nagkakaroon na ako ng natatayin na po kayo na po nakikisay na po kayo. Hindi na po ako doktor, wala na po sa sarili.
Sinubukan daw i-revive ang bata sa isang kalapit na ospital, pero tuluyan siyang pinawian ng buhay.
Naman sa akin din kasi pag namamagaliwala ko eh. Kung ano yung student ko yun kaya hindi ka mo talaga tanggap. Kung may kasama ko sila, hindi ka mo sila makakapatawag eh. Bakit sakit mo ko hinahanap eh. Hindi ka mo kaya inibig yung anak.
Tumulog ang pamilya sa Manila Police District kung saan pinagblatan nila ang nangyari. Kanina, nagtutuloy sila sa FBI para maimbestigahan at malaman ang tunay na nangyari.
They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
They've also been scoring on the break. How difficult it is to get buckets in the transition for easy
Pinuntahan namin ang mismo lugar na pinagblatan.
Calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A different look for Oklahoma City. Jang comes in for Williams, and it's Dort in for Wallace. Parsons checked in for Minnesota. Alley comes in for Clark, and let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Alley.
I was able to listen to what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach delivered some inspiration for his team. He said, quote,
Para sa GMA Integrated News, John Consulta, nakatutok, 24 horas.
As always, Alley, we thank you. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. From 9 feet out, getting it done inside, Edwards.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
The Thunder have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins passes to Sajay. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
That's not the spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Outside Edwards, stolen by Wiggins. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Now Gilgeous-Alexander, just 5 on the clock. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Reed to screen on Caruso. Edwards for 3. Jang pulls it in. Thunder leading by 4. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Ingles. The Timberwolves have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Outside Reed. Conley passes to Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo. Tries it from 19. Minnesota again missing. The Thunder have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Pass to Reed. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist.
And this is just typical of him. Always
Ayo! Kain, ayo! Sit mo na, sit. 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 Sit po, sit po. Ayan na. Sit mo na, sit. Sit. Huwag mo ito, Obit. Tapos lang tango. Sit mo na. Sit. Sit, sit. Obit, Leo. Sit mo na. Obit, Leo, sit. Sit. Okay, good job.
An impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
So for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Hank. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins, and it's Jalen Williams in for Caruso.
SGA, that's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big time clutch delivery.
Timberwolves trail by 4. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his third foul so far.
First team foul.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the fourth quarter. Hartenstein against Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Hartenstein. Clock at 6. Edwards for 3. They get the rebound. Gobert passes to Edwards. And here's Conley over Gilgeous-Alexander. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Edwards.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch and shoot game. All right, Mike.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Dort. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. On target from range. And the Thunder lead by 5.
Williams is like a 5. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
Here's Edwards. Again, the Timberwolves score.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander double team. Oh, got a piece of it. And here's Randall. Pass to McDaniels. Edwards against Hartenstein. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and over Conley. No good off the glass. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Turning here to our analysts. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Right wing for 3. Randall. Yeah!
Hindi pumasok.
Oh, a tremendous 3! We're tied!
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and over Conley. Oh, it's
Sayang pumasok.
here we go to overtime. Time expires. We're going to overtime. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward, to take the lead. The shot by Conley, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Hartenstein finds Gilgeous-Alexander. no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Edwards pass to Conley. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up on the wing. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hartenstein's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander takes the contact.
Oh, a delicate touch on that floater by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's pretty.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Good work defensively by Dort. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it, but he brings it up for Oklahoma City. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. And the big finish by Holmgren.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
Edwards for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 rebounds now in the game. About 2 minutes into OT now. It's been a good one. And he makes it on the layup. And now a 6-point Thunder lead. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from deep. Not what they need this overtime. Randall outside. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 during this OT session. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and there's another one for the Thunder.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Here's Conley. No good off the back of the rim. Gilgeous-Alexander against Edwards. He's still feeling it. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Boy, it's been a minute since they last scored.
It has been. And at what point do you alter your strategy? Try to get back on track.
And connect from downtown.
Can you say natural leader? Conley is especially effective at running the offense and involving his teammates with his passes.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that increases the lead to 6. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Against Edwards.
The beauty of Anthony Edwards, there's a lot of natural talent, but there is the work ethic and the willingness to be coached that will allow him to maximize his abilities.
He hits the first one, and that brings him within 5. And both free throws good for Edwards.
Anthony Edwards has all the skill and attributes to be one of the best in the league. But these are the moments, if you're going to be in that company, you've got to make foul shots.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. There's 18 seconds left in overtime. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. And So he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
With the depth they have at that spot, they're more equipped than most teams to handle that kind of loss.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
This OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly exhausted.
So we see Oklahoma City get the win here. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did.
If you don't